Hi, this is Mohammad Ashik, and we are the team members for International Leadership, group number 19. And my team members are Gayatri, Sagara, and Namal. And we have chosen from the given list of leaders like Sad Tendency and Indra Nooyi. And now I'm going to explain about the background of Indra Nooyi. The biography is Indra Nooyi is a renowned Indian American business executive who has made a significant impact in the corporate world. Born on October 28, 1955 in Chennai, India, she moved to United States to pursue his education. Nooyi holds a bachelor's degree in physics, chemistry, and mathematics for Madras Christian College in India. She later earned a master's degree in public and private management from the L Schools of Management. Contribution towards PepsiCo. Noi's career is a most notable associate with her time in PepsiCo, where she served as a CEO of Chairperson from 2006 to 2018. During his uh, tenure, she implemented strategy in innovatives and that transforms the company's product portfolio, enhancing healthy snacks and beverages while reducing its reliance on surgery and carbonate drinks. She was a key figure in diversing PepsiCo offering with the inclusive, aggressive the brand like Tropicana and Quarter Oats leadership skills. Indra Nooyi is widely recommended for his leadership and contribution to the business world. She has been constantly ranked among the world's most powerful women in the business and has received numerous awards and honor for her achievements, include being namely for the one of the Forbes 100 most powerful women in the world. Noy's career serves as an important for aspiring women leadership and democratic the potential for success through innovation and pursuing driven leadership in the corporate sector and education and accomplishment and awards. Her education in Illinois have been and career at Johnson& and Johnson's, but later worked by Best and Consumer Group, and she joined PepsiCo in 1994 and she had had various positions including CFO, presidents and CEOs, innovation and adaptation. She campaigned healthy snacks, sustainable practice, and diverse and inclusion at PepsiCo. And her awards are like first most powerful woman, honorable degrees, and civil and philosophy contribution. These are the awards she has got it. And now we are going to discuss about Sir Terence Lee. Sir Terence Lee is a prominent British businessman with an executive background in the field of retail and corporate leadership. He was born on February 28, 1956 in Liverpool, England. He studied at University of Manchester with a degree in management science. He began his career at retail with Tesco, one of the UK's largest supermarket chain in 1979. Over the years, Lee climbed the rank within the company's democracy, his expectational leadership skills and business acumen. He played a vital role in transformation of Tesco into global retail chain during the tenants at CUA and Tesco becomes the world's third largest retail by renewing focus on innovation and customers' critical strategy. Stat Tenants contributed to the retail industry and his legacy transformation leadership has solid his reputation as a figure of in the business world. The next thing, and he has certain achievements and innovations. Transformation of Tesco's under certain since leadership, he transformation the Tesco's world largest and most successful supermarket chain and his international expansion. Certain all is Tesco's international expansion with the companies entering new markets such as China, Eastern Europe, and Asia. Customer loyalty programs. Um, Lee is a creator with his development and implementation of Tesco's highly successful customer loyalty program and diversion of offering. During his tenures, Tesco divided its product and service offering expansion into non-grocery sectors such as finance sectors, clothing, electronics, and telecommunications. And recommendation and awards. Sir Terence Lee received various awards recommending in contribution of retail, including Retail Leadership of the Year, Retail Week, and European Business of the Year. Next slide will be discussed by my group member Gayatri.
Thank you, Ashik. So now I'll be discussing about Indra Nooyi, Indra Nooyi's leadership style. So Indra Nooyi is a transformational leader. So she was able to inspire and motivate her followers to achieve great things. She was not only a transformational leader, she was also a visionary leader because she was able to create a shared vision for the future and build a strong team culture. She had a strong human and conceptual skills, which helped her to empower her employees. So she is a transformational leader for the following responsibilities and the visible transformation that she did throughout her company. She transformed PepsiCo from a traditional soda and snack food company into a global leader in healthier food and beverages. So she oversaw the company's diversification into newer markets and development of innovative new products. She led PepsiCo to reduce environmental efforts to and improve the health and well-being of its employees. She had a strong team culture at PepsiCo where employees felt valued and respected. And she was also a strong advocate for women and immigrants. Her transformational leadership style was highly effective in helping PepsiCo to achieve success. And coming on to the theory that we are going to select are the situational approach and the factor approach. So coming on to the situational approach, Nui's adaptability and ability to adjust her leadership style to different situation is a key aspect for her transformational leadership, as we discussed before. So when applying SL2 model, her leadership style can be categorized as a combination of both directive and supportive. She is known for her human and conceptual skills, and she is a strong advocate for diversity, and she is focused on achieving long-term goals and driving innovation in her organization. Although she was a visionary leader, her major limitation was her focus on innovation and sustainability may have limited her ability to address immediate business needs or respond to the changing market conditions. So that was one of her limitation. So moving on to the next slide, adapting to challenging situation. One specific example where she adapted her response to challenging situation was the when the sales of PepsiCo was declining in the early 2000s. She recognized the company needed a shift in its focus from soda to healthier product, as I mentioned earlier, and she implemented a series of changes to achieve this goal. She introduced new products such as Tropicana juices and Gatorade, and rebranded PepsiCo as a health and wellness company. Nui leadership style was characterized by her ability to inspire and motivate her team towards a common goal and her focus on innovation and growth. So Nui was a transformational leader, and she had transformational leadership style and had significant impact on both her team and the company as a whole. Her focus for innovation and growth led to the introduction of new products such as Tropicana, as discussed. Overall, Nui's leadership style was instrumental in transforming PepsiCo into a successful and innovative company. This is by applying situational approach. Coming on to the second theory that we have selected, it is the five-factor personality model. Coming on to the five-factor personality model, Indra Nooyi displayed elements of openness in her leadership. She was open to innovative approaches, particularly in the areas of product diversification and sustainability, as she expanded Pepsi from just a soda company to a healthier brand. So, however, she embraced change. Her leadership style was not predominantly characterized by her high openness, but rather it is a combination of other factors. So, coming on to the consciousness, Nui's leadership was strongly marked by consciousness. She was known for her meticulous attention to detail, her focus on performance, and her commitment to corporate responsibility and sustainability. Her ability to drive results and maintain a structured approach to leadership aligned with high consciousness. So, coming on to extroversion, Nui was undoubtedly a strong communicator and a confident leader. Her leadership style was not predominantly extroverted. She often displayed introverted qualities such as thoughtfulness and introspection. So, moving on to the next slide for the other two factors, agreeableness. Agreeableness, while Nui had a reputation for her interpersonal skills and her efforts to promote diversity and inclusion within PepsiCo, her leadership style wasn't primarily rooted for high agreeableness. She was a strong and assertive leader, particularly when making challenging decisions. Neurocriticism reflects emotional stability and the ability to handle stress. Nui appear to have low level of neurocriticism. She remained composed and focused during her periods of high pressure decision making, and her leadership style was marked by a sense of calm and emotional stability. So, her meticulous attention to detail, her focus on corporate responsibility, and her commitment to achieving results align closely to the traits which are associated with consciousness. So, when applying five factor model, she was more into consciousness. However, it is important to know that successful leaders often exhibit a blend of these personality traits, and her leadership was influenced by elements of other factors as well, making her leadership style more complex and multifaceted. That's it for application of theory for Injanui. Um, Over to Sagaya for Dada.
Thank you, Gayatri. I'll be analyzing leadership style of Sir Terence Lehigh. I'll be using the situation leadership model style of Sir Terence Lehigh. I'll be using the situation leadership model, which I will categorize him as a coaching leader, where he was highly directive and supportive. So, to speaking about his directive characteristics, you can see that following Captain and Norton, Lehigh introduced the balanced scorecard when he was in Tesco as a CEO, which gives the direction for the employees on their performance. And he indicated the main 5 KPIs, which he has incorporated or guided in the included in the balanced scorecard, giving the direction for his staff. So the next one is he has the courage and he always aimed high with uh, higher level of goals and ambition that form part of his vision. So it also shows his directive approach towards the business. And a unique contribution from him was the strategic steering wheel, which he has introduced to the organization, which had a few key elements like customer, community, operations, people, and finance. So all these like areas were divided into subgroups where he asked his colleagues to follow and achieve certain targets set by him. So all this evidence provides that he was a highly directive leader uh, to achieve his goals, or rather the company's goals, and directing his subordinates towards that. Moving on, as the on the supportive leadership role, uh, Lehigh worked towards development of his staff in order to assume distinctive leadership positions of the company in the future. So this corresponds to the fact that Lehigh embraced the capacity to empower all employees depending on their abilities to serve. He also made some changes to the structure where he disregarded the vertical leadership structure, which was very much autocratic. Then he changed it to a flat management structure where there was only 6 layers, which shows his supportive leadership towards his staff. And also, he was very effective in conflict resolution among staff and customers, and flexibility and compromise in dealing with complaints and queries. And also to be like more with the staff, he introduced this method of like what they call what can we stop doing. The this process is like the senior management team learn more in 1 week a year by working at all levels of real world stores, because they actually work in the workflow and understand the situation of the workers and supporting them and understand the issues. So the senior management every year they come to the workflows in the outlets, and they work with the others to understand their position and to support them. Lehigh's style has been spoken of as being in the in the way of dedication and being down to earth and realistic. So he has been a very down to earth leader, recognized among his colleagues and staff. But there were some limitations for his style, uh, because he was more into delegation, and it has a more of a hands-off approach where he made his competitors more strong. Like if you take an example, eventually when he retired, like his place was taken by his second in command, Philip Clark, showing that when you do more of a delegation and distribute power, there is a threat of from your competitors as well. Where if there is a leader who can challenge you, it's easy for them to challenge you and take your position. So that's one of the limitations that I have noticed in his style. Moving on to his characteristic, he was a transformational leader. You can see, like from the start that he has joined, he has made so many changes, as my colleague discussed, because he has on many different parts. He has introduced many different ways of doing business and he has increased their global position of the company. So Leah changed the business landscape at Tesco by redirecting its focus to more people-oriented organization. So this was the main change. It was a paradigm shift for the company where he had this custom-centric approach. A major factor that sets Lehigh leadership apart is his leadership core value and philosophy based on customer satisfaction. So he was basically move on to customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. He's the one who introduced the club card, which is a very success and revolutionary introduction in UK. So he is explained by scholars as having the energy to raise his subordinates to higher levels and motivation and morality, and he was good in creating good communication and maintaining a vision that is clear. So it's like his vision is so clear that he made his ideas more clear to the others, making the organizational structure and the culture to a different level and transforming all the practices. He also respected his followers, which is another a new way of changing the company, respecting the others, and make sure that others are working with working closely with him. So concerns were on his style again as a transformation leader was his low charismatic approach, and unlike two top one person leaders, Lehigh failed to prepare Tesco adequately to survive and prosper without him because he was so dominating, and he was all the people were depending on him. So after he left, there was an issue in the Tesco that how they run the business. So that is the over dependency that he has created as a transformation leader. So I'll hand over to Namal to continue the presentation.
Yeah. When we further discussing about these great two leaders, Sir Terence as the CEO of Tesco is often characterized by his strategic vision and insistent focus on customer centricity. He transformed Tesco from a struggling supermarket chain into a global retail powerful business. Sir Terence championed the every little helps philosophy, emphasizing customer satisfaction and convenience. When we discuss the criticisms of Sir Terrance's leadership style, the first one is ethical lapses. One of the significant criticism of Sir Terrance's leadership style at Tesco was the company's involvement in ethical controversies during his tenure. This included issues like supplier practices and accounting scandals. Critics argue that these controversies tarnish the company's reputation and raise concerns about the ethical practices under his leadership. Overemphasize on profit, which is the pursuit of why the pursuit of profit is a standard business goal. Some critics argued that Sir Terrance's leadership may have prioritized profit over the important considerations such as sustainability, social responsibility, and employee well-being. When it comes to our second leader, Indra Nooyi's leadership at PepsiCo was defined by her commitment to sustainability, innovation, and diversification. She led the company in a shift towards healthier products, recognizing changing consumer preferences. Nooyi's spearheaded initiatives like Performance with Purpose, focusing on environmental responsibility and societal impacts. When it comes to the criticisms of Indra Nooyi's leadership style, during Nooyi's leadership at PepsiCo, the company faced financial pressures which led to cost-cutting, measurement and layoffs. Critics argue that this approach, while necessary for short-term financial gains, may have significant negatively impacted employee morale and job security. While Nooyi's emphasized diversification and innovation, some critics argued that PepsiCo's portfolio became over complex, making it challenging to manage effectively. In conclusion, Sir Terence and Indra Nooyi are exemplary leaders who made significant impact on their respective organizations. Leahy's transformational leadership at Tesco and Nooyi's situational leadership and transformational leadership at PepsiCo serve as valuable case studies for understanding leadership in the business world. Their legacies continue to influence the retail and food and beverage industries. When it comes to the recommendations for Terence Leahy's leadership style. So Terence Leahy's leadership at Tesco faced ethical controversies during his tenure. To enhance his leadership style, it is recommended that a stronger emphasis on ethical governance and transparency be implemented. This can be achieved through compliance measures, regular ethical trainings for employees, and a clear code of conduct. While his leadership drove remarkable growth, it is important to acknowledge the importance of employee welfare. To enhance its leadership legacy, it is recommended that TESCO places a higher priority on employee well-being and foster a more positive workplace culture. This can include better labor practices, fair wages, and initiatives to ensure healthy work-life balance for employees. When it comes to recommendations for Indra Nooyi's leadership style, Indra Nooyi's departure from PepsiCo highlighted potential weaknesses in the succession planning process. To enhance her leadership style, it is recommended that PepsiCo focus on developing a succession planning strategy. This strategy should and identify potential leaders within the organization to ensure smooth leadership transitions. While Nui's focus on innovation and sustainability was commendable, it is important to balance performance pressure to minimize the impact on employees and maintain a positive workplace environment. These recommendations aim to build upon the positive aspect of Sir Terence Leahy and Indra Nooyi's leadership styles while addressing potential areas of improvement to create a more well-rounded and effective leadership approach in their respective organizations. Thank you.